Well. All right, so I don't even know what I'm about to be talking about right now. Let's see. Ooh, anime. All right, so as some of you may or may not know, I am an insanely huge anime fan. Um, and just wanted to share a few recommendations that I have. So number one would, which kind of fits the theme of this, is One Piece. One Piece is at 1,000 something episodes right now, which is kind of bananas, but it's enough episodes to fully build a world with an insane number of characters. So that's why I loved it. But essentially, what One Piece is this world of pirates, and the greatest pirate to ever live is this guy named Gold Roger, and the military or the navy chases Gold Roger around throughout all his adventures trying to catch him, but he eventually gets to the pretty much the end of the world, and he finds the One Piece, which nobody really knows what that is. We don't even know what that is right now, but he found the One Piece after he traveled the entire world and saw everything that this world had to offer. Now, eventually, he basically like turned himself in, got caught by the Navy, and was getting publicly executed, which, yes, sounds crazy, but on his final words in front of this entire gigantic crowd of people was that the One Piece is real, and that sent the entire world into a frenzy about wanting to actually achieve the One Piece or like find the One Piece. So the story follows the character Monkey D. Luffy, and he's just this like happy-go-lucky guy, very dumb, but very funny and about his business. So that's why I enjoy it, and it's basically a story about him going from island to island, meeting different people, getting them to join his crew, and basically travel around the world with his friends. Um, and kind of like at the point that we're at right now in One Piece, I used to think that the One Piece would be like a big treasure, maybe like a whole bunch of gold or something like that. But I feel like the One Piece is going to be like nothing at the end of the day, like nothing physical in a sense. I feel like it'll mostly be just the memories that you make with your friends along the journey. It's those experiences that you have that are essentially priceless, that can't even be replaced with anything such as treasure. Um, but that's how I think that story is going. I feel like it's really interesting, really fun. The story building and the universe building is absolutely insane. The power scaling system is also beautiful. Um, but yeah, oh yeah, and the devil fruits, and that's where like sort of like power comes into play, because there's these things called devil fruits, and they are fruits that are scattered all around the world, and if you eat it, then you get some sort of powers. For example, if you eat the ice fruit, you could turn into ice or like manipulate ice or something like that. But the trade-off for eating a devil fruit, which is kind of interesting in the world of pirates, is essentially the fact that the sea will hate you. So you can't swim after that. You're gonna drown if you touch water, basically. Um, so it is a kind of big trade-off, and it has some big implications. Of course, there's like different levels. There's some devil fruits that are trash. There's some devil fruits that are really good. There are different types of devil fruits, but I feel like that power scaling system is very interesting. Um, but yeah, and when somebody dies with a devil fruit, then that devil fruit gets, I guess, like reappears somewhere else in the world. So yeah, that's basically One Piece from what I understand and can try and explain. Now there's another show that a lot of people that have heard about anime and have watched anime know about, which is Naruto, which is arguably the most popular anime out there. Um, the first part has about 220 episodes, and the second part has 500 episodes, but it is absolutely an insanely good story. It follows the character Naruto Uzumaki, and he was born into this ninja world without a family. He didn't have anybody to raise him. He had to get his own paper, got to get his own food, and he grew up pretty much all alone in this world. But his dream was to become the Hokage, which is basically like the leader, the president of the village that he's from, which is a Hidden Leaf village. Now, juxtaposing that, one of his, or pretty much like his rival, is this guy Sasuke, and he's a genius. He grew up with a family, but then he lost his family. Um, and throughout the entire series, it's the journey of Naruto growing to try and reach that pinnacle of becoming the Hokage and achieving his wildest dreams, while he's been alone all his life and is trying to find that connection, trying to find those people that he can actually call his family. While Sasuke, his rival, on the other hand, started off with everybody and ended up alone. Um, I feel like it has a lot of implications and life lessons for people in today's world, even in the past. I just feel like the writer of the story did a very good job in conveying a whole bunch of different messages in a entertaining and engaging way, um, as well as build the characters and show absolute peak character development through the entire series. Um, but yeah, those are just my thoughts on Naruto. So that's definitely a top three anime for me, hands down. Another absolute piece of art and work of peak fiction is Attack on Titan. I feel like Attack on Titan, if it was an actual TV show and not an anime, it would be rivaled in terms of the entire story and work of fiction in and of itself, with the likes of Breaking Bad, with Game of Thrones. Everybody would absolutely love it if they actually gave it a chance and looked past the fact that it is just anime. It follows the story of this guy, Aaron Yeager, who is a kid in this society that is being basically like overrun by titans. And titans are these like 20-foot tall, gigantic human like creatures that eat humans just for the fun of it. Um, and there's the village that Aaron is in is this big wall around it. You got the village in the middle of it. And I don't want to spoil it. But they got a box with Titans, and everybody's gonna have to box with Titans, to try and make it out alive. But that's kind of how the story starts, but it ends up developing into something a lot more. Like, you have to. It makes you think about world views, how the world operates today, how history has changed different populations of people, pitted groups of people against each other, and then a lot of questions about morals. Is the sacrifice of one community better for the sake of the entire world or the bigger community? Um, or does each individual person's life weigh more heavily than sacrificing their life in order to protect the entire community? Um, Attack on Titan. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to describe it or emphasize the fact that you need to watch Attack on Titan. But if you like fiction, if you like good stories, if you like character development, if you like plot twists, if you like thinking about life and its intricacies, if you want to have your morals questioned, if you want to have anything that piques your mind and pulls at your heartstrings, watch Attack on Titan. Now, one of my favorite shows ever, which again is an anime, um, short and sweet, 24 episodes of, I don't even know if it's 24 episodes, I think it's 12 episodes of absolute amazingness, is The Promised Neverland. And essentially it is this orphanage for kids in the society, and there's this head person called the mother. Um, but the students, they study, they have fun, their life is perfectly planned out, and everything is just like pure peace, happiness, bliss. It's essentially the Neverland. Um, but little do they know that the orphanage isn't just simply this perfect orphanage. They don't hear from the people that eventually get adopted out. They don't have any communication with anybody in the outside world. Um, and they eventually find out what's going on in the world. Um, but the Promised Neverland has honestly changed my view on a lot of things in the world. I ended up watching it just straight, just like binge watching it all the way through. It's not too long. Um, Partially because I watched it at night, and there are some parts that are like actually like horrifying. The directors did an absolutely amazing job. Um, but there's just so many life implications that I could see myself being put in some of those kids' shoes that would have my mind absolutely going bananas. So I would definitely recommend The Promised Neverland. I got my mom to watch it. My mom actually liked it, even though she hates anime. Um, so 10 out of 10 would recommend The Promised Neverland.